my name is Julie, and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is Crochet Podcast number 79. So I have a few finished objects, not many, just a few, and this may not be a very long video because I really don't have a whole lot to show, but I'm trying to stay in practice with my videos, and even if I don't get a lot done, that's okay. I still want to come on and share with you all what I have got done. Okay, so the first thing that I got done is somebody suggested to me for this doll, I made this doll dress a couple podcasts ago. I can't remember which one it was, and somebody suggested that instead of adding sleeves, I make her a little shawl, so that's what I did. Now, I did make the shawl just a little bit too wide, but I just went with it. And I just wanted to share that with you all because I think that it was an excellent idea and I loved it. And I love how that it turned out. Now I think she just needs a little hat. So that is one small project that I finished. And I just wanted to share that real quick. And then the next thing that I finished is Bob the Bear. I did finish him finally. It's took me a little while. But he comes out of this book right here, Zoomigurumi 7. And this pattern is by DIY Fluffies. And there he is. And he does have the little bee on his head, but I didn't make the bee. I'm just going to be honest with you all. I was enjoying this project a whole lot. And then, I don't know, toward the end, I just was not enjoying this. And I don't know why. But the good thing about Zoomigurumi 7, or the Zoomigurumi books in general, is that they are filled with all different designers, all different patterns. And it's not that I don't like this designer, because I have done numerous patterns by this designer. I think it was the legs that kind of threw me off, because I didn't really like how they were made. And I wanted a pattern that was, okay, I can increase up to 4 rounds, and I don't have to pay attention so much to the pattern. That's what I was looking for when I picked this one to do. And this was one that when you got to the legs and the hands and stuff, even though they were small parts, you still had to pay attention to the pattern because they were different in all the rows. It wasn't like written like normal patterns. It was, it had shaping to it. But anyway, I did not like him at all. I'm going to be honest. I did not like him at all when I finished him. But I have to say that he has grown on me now. And I do like him a lot better than when I first was done. So here he is. I got really mad because I sewed this arm up a little bit higher than this arm, and I tried to pay attention to what I was doing, and they are on the same row. That's what's crazy about it, is they're on the same row, but for some reason his arm looks higher on this side. And I tried to take it off and I sewed it on so well. Go my sewing skills, I guess. But I sewed it on so well that there was the only way that I could have got this arm off is if I had cut it off, and I didn't want to remake it. So he's a little crooked, but you know what? Crooked gives character. And crochet is not perfect. I know I'm not perfect at my crochet, and obviously my sewing skills on his muzzle left a little to be desired as well. So I mean, he's not perfect, but he is still super cute. Like I said, he grew on me. He does have a little tail on the back. I added 5 rows to his legs because I wanted to sew his legs underneath his body instead of right here, because you're supposed to make the legs really short and then sew them to the front of his body. But I sewed them like that, and so it still has the look of that pattern whenever he is sitting down, but it made it easier to sew the legs on, and he sits really well also. I did forget to put safety eyes in. I did mention that. So I did use Cassandra over at craftablyeverafter's embroidered eye again. And I do think that that really, really is what made this pattern come together for me and made me like him a lot, because I waited until I had everything sewed on, because I don't know why I did that. I should have did the face first and then sewed everything on, but for some reason I started sewing his arms and his legs on first, and I did his eyes last. And whenever I did his eyes, that made him look a little better to me, but I do wish that maybe I had made them a little bigger. But he is looking a lot cuter in the camera than what he was in my living room. Now, my daughter did get a hold of him, and she did give him some blush. It's kind of hard to see, but she said that she wants him. So this is her bear, and she's running out of room because she has so many things that I've made, but she just loves it all, so I just let her keep them. When she wants something, it's hers. So for this pattern, I used a 3.25 millimeter hook, and I definitely did not need to use that hook. I needed to have used a smaller hook because this is a sport weight yarn, but it's okay. And I used Brava Sport Sienna for the body, and then on his muzzle I used the color Almond. And yeah, so this is one pattern down out of my 14 books that I had picked out for this year. And like I said in that Amigurumi book, chat about Amigurumi book video or whatever I just released, I want to work out of these books. So I'm going to have a draw to see what book that I will do next, which leads me into my next and last finished object, which is this little basket. And I did go through and put down on sticky post-it notes. These are from the Cash Express. They send stuff, like drop it on your doorstep sometimes here, trying to get you to take out loans. But I used their little post-it notes that they left me, and made something I could draw out with, you know. So I did make this little basket, nothing special. I didn't follow a pattern, I just did my own thing. This yarn that I used on this is Mary Maxim Aspen yarn, and I used 2 strands at once to make this. I don't know the colorway. I didn't write the colorway, but it's the red one, and it's got all different colors mixed in with it. This yarn is very pretty. I used an 8 millimeter hook, and then all I did was I increased up to 4 single crochet increase for the bottom of it, and then I did a single crochet row in the back loops all the way around, and then I started building up the sides. So I did 3 rows of double crochet, and then this last row is a half double crochet, and that just made it a little bit tighter, and it stands up perfect, and it's perfect for drawing out the names of my books. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to find out what is my next project. And like I said about Bob the Bear, nothing against that designer or the book or anything like that. I think it was just my mindset. I think if I had done that a different time later, that I would have enjoyed him a lot more. So I picked this one right here, and I can't see what's on these. That's why I picked these little post-its. It's because I cannot see what's on them. Oh, there's 2, so I'm going to put that one back. So this one is the one I'm going to go with. I have it to where I wrote on the back of it, so the sticky side, or the front up, wait, the back of it. Yeah, I wrote on the back of it so that the sticky side could hold it together. And I'm going to be making something out of the Happy Gurumi book. So that is what I will be doing. Let me grab that book real quick. There it is. So this will be my next book that I'll be working out of. Now, I do have plans on making this party cat right here, but we will see. We will see what I get done out of this. I may end up choosing a different project. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. as of yet. But I took that out so that, you know, it won't be in here anymore. So I'm really happy about this because these projects are simple projects. So it's not gonna, yeah, simple is good right now. So this is what I will be doing next. One of these patterns out here, and more than likely it's going to be that party cat. And that leads me into whips. And I do have only 2 active whips. I haven't started anything new. I worked solely on that bear, my blanket, and my doll. That is what I have worked on, besides that basket and that little shawl for my doll. Because I wanted to get more progress. I wanted to get more progress done on my Crochet You doll, which comes out of this book right here, Crochet You by Nathalie Emile. And I have finished the whole entire body. Yay! I finished the whole entire body. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I probably messed up somewhere on this body, because she looks a little crooked in some places. Because like I said before, no, like I said, she doesn't have, this is just the body. I still need to add hair, make her clothes, and this is the fun part. Not that making this body was not fun, because it is fun to crochet the body, but the funnest, is that a word? Funnest? Yeah. The funnest part for me is seeing what I've crocheted come to life, you know, like giving them a personality, giving them clothes, hair, you know, that's the best part for me. So I had seen K and K Crochet. I always get their name. It's like tongue time for me. But KK and Kristen, I had seen videos from them recently where they were talking about, are you a process crocheter or are you a like finished product person? And I feel like that I am a mix of that, because I love seeing my pieces come to life. I love like adding all these pieces and crocheting, the act of crocheting it. But my favorite part is seeing the finished product. I know that's my favorite part. And there are a lot of projects that I have that I made that I just cannot give away. Sometimes I do eventually give them away, but there are some that I just don't think I would ever part with. So, like I said, here is the body all finished. And I have to be honest with you all, I did not like the way this neck was made at all. As you can see, it is very skinny. It's very skinny. And I've had this conversation before with you guys about how I do not like a skinny neck, because, you know, our necks, or mine anyway, is not itty bitty. I mean, I have a long neck and like smaller than maybe some people's, but it's enough to hold my head up. So I did have to use a pipe cleaner. This book recommends that you make a wire frame for this whole entire body so it can be posable, but I didn't do that. So I did have to use a pipe cleaner in the neck, and it was a black pipe cleaner, and you cannot see it at all. Now, I do have to say that I worked on this after I got out of the shower, and I'm a horrible person about letting my makeup look like raccoon eyes. I get raccoon eyes after I take a shower, and I wipe my eye absent-mindedly. I'm constantly touching my face. I know y'all probably noticed that in my videos. I'm constantly rubbing my eye or touching my face, and I had did that and did not know, and I got makeup on her arm, and you can't really see it. I tried to wipe it off the best I could, and I almost cried. Like, I literally almost cried. I was so upset that I had done that. But she has a tattoo. That's what I'm going to say. She has a tattoo. It's just old and wore off, you know? It's faded. But she just has, maybe it's a birthmark, you know? But no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make her this dress. I was like, I'm not going to stress about it because this is one of those patterns that if you don't add some kind of lifeline like they do in knitting, if you don't do that, if I was to try to rip that back because it was after I had attached the arms and build it up, I was starting on the neck area, I would have messed that whole thing up. I mean, I would have never figured out how to have got it right. So I was like, I'm going to just fix it. I'll fix it. I'll cover it up. Nobody will ever know unless I tell them like I told you. So I'm going to make this dress right here. I just dropped something. But this is the dress that I'm going to go for. I might make those Mary Jane shoes for her. But I know I'm going to make that dress. I might do the collar different. But I can't decide if I want to do the shoes that she has on in that picture or if I want to do the boots. And I'm not seeing the boots. Let me just try to find them really quick. Okay, so here are the boots that I was talking about. It's kind of blowing out. I'm trying to cover it up so I don't show the pattern. But I can't decide if I want to give her boots or if I want to do the Mary Jane. So I don't know yet about her shoes, but I definitely want to do the dress that she's wearing in that picture. That is what my plans are. And I also was, Deborah, the person that gifted me this book, she also had emailed me a YouTube tutorial for hair that I really, really love. So that is probably what I'm going to do about her hair. And I will share that whenever I finish the doll. That link to that tutorial. But I'm really happy with how she turned out. She is, I feel like she's a little crooked. So I may have got off on my rows just a little bit. But for the most part, I think I did a pretty good job. I think she's turning out really well. And I did try to follow their eyes, the way that they did the eyes. And I think I like them. So we'll see whenever I get her hair on and stuff, because she looks a little funny right now, obviously. I did have to switch her to a different bag because she was too tall to fit in a bag. And there was no way that I was going to let any more stains get on her. So I'm going to be very aware whenever I touch this doll that my hands do not have makeup on them, that I have not touched my face. So I think she's about 13 to 14 inches tall, which is kind of interesting because it makes me wonder if she can wear some of my doll dress patterns, because that would be awesome. That would be so awesome if she could. And for this pattern, in case I forgot to say, because I just kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent with this pattern, I did use a 3mm hook on this, and this is a sport weight yarn. It is Brava Sport in the color cream. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how she's turning out, so you never know. She may get finished very soon. We will see. And I wasn't going to show my blanket because I really didn't get a whole lot of progress done, but I'm not going to go into any detail about it because I did last podcast. But I will just show you what I have added to it. I'm almost done with this blanket. But I am using a 6mm hook on this, and I'm using I Love This yarn. But like I said, I've already went into a lot of detail about this, so I'm not going to really go into detail about it. But last time I showed you all, I was like right here. So I added the rest of that blue section, and then this medium blue. I finished up that section, and then I have to add, another gray to finish off the repeat. And then I haven't decided if I'm going to end with the gray or if I'm going to end with a section of this light blue, because normally I like ending my blankets like the same way that I start them. So if I start with a color, I like to end with that color. It's just a personal preference thing. But I really like how it's turning out. Let me see if I can fold it in half here and kind of let you see what it's looking like. I'm not doing a very good job, am I? So it's getting pretty long, and it's definitely big enough for my daughter. So like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to end with this color or if I'm going to end it like it is here, like this would be the top of the blanket, or if I'm just going to end it with gray. I'm not sure. So we'll see. I did want to share something that I bought off of Amazon. I just got it today and I love it. And if you're like me and you like keeping notes, or you like having something with you, like a journal type thing, or just some kind of notebook or something, I found this and I love it so much. And I'm not going to replace my crochet journal because I've already started it, so I'm going to keep that as that. But for like notes that I want to take, my big plan is I want to write down all of my books. Like, I want to write down what books that I have so that I can look at a glance at what I have without having to get up and come into this room and see what books I have. Because I have some of my books in here, and then I have some of them in there. So I really want to write down all of the books that I have. And there's just certain things that I just want like a list of, and this is going to be really helpful for that. So this is what I got. It is a, I think it's an A5 6-ring binder, but it's leather. So the, I don't know if it's real leather. It's probably not real leather, but it looks leather. It feels like leather. The only thing that I don't like about it is I thought that it would be a little bit more like a binder. You know, a binder is kind of sturdier, and this one is kind of like you can bend it, you know, it's flexible. The casing is flexible, but this one actually came with paper and dividers and all the stuff, and I'm really happy with it. So it has this little what is that, closure, and then it has a place, I think you can put like cards in here or something, I don't know. But it has like a pocket right here, and then you get all this paper, and the paper is thick, which I like. I don't like really using regular notebook paper because I really like using these Sharpie gel pens. Those are my favorite pens to use, and they bleed through certain pages. So I wanted something that had thick pages, and then like I said, it also has dividers, which I haven't divided out any of the paper. It came with these little plastic thingies here. I think you can put pictures in this or something. And then it has like a sleeve. Like if you was to want to take a piece of that paper out, you could probably fit it in here. And then there's also this one that has like a little zipper top. And then on the back side, it has a pen holder so that you can always keep a pen with you, and another pocket. And like I said, the one thing that drew me in is that you can replace the paper, you know? So like if I write stuff down in this and I'm like, okay, I want to use that for something else, all I have to do is take the paper that I wrote on out of it because it's a binder. So this part, you know, is what I'll use, but this part I can replace if I want to. And the paper's not really that bad. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you all. I thought that this was a really neat find. They have different sizes in these. You can get them smaller, but I think this one was on sale for $15, and I think it's worth that all day, every day. But I love it. So I will have the link down for that just in case you're interested and you would like to have one of those. Like I said, you know, it's just something that I wanted for myself because I really do love lists. And and like journaling my crochet. I don't really do that with my daily life, like tasks or anything like that. Like I know a lot of people are like, you know, have like their to-do lists and all that. I don't do that with daily life, but with my crochet, I really like to know what I have and what I've done and what I've used, and it's just important to me. So there. That's all I have to say about that. So this video I think is a little bit longer than what I thought it was going to be, so that's okay. That's good. Y'all know I like the longer videos, so if you're still here, thank you so much for hanging around and hanging out with me, and I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. So I will be seeing you all real soon in another video.